Quick question, and be honest with yourself. If someone walked up to you right now and said, "Hey, tell me about your typical day," could you answer them in English without freezing, without repeating the same 3 words, and without sounding like you're reading from a school textbook?
If your answer is probably not, this episode was made for you. Stay with us because in the next few minutes, you're going to learn exactly how to talk about your daily routine in English, naturally, confidently, and in a way that actually sounds interesting.
And if you think your daily routine is boring, we're going to fix that too, because it's not about what you do, it's about how you say it.
You're listening to English Boost Zone, the podcast where real conversations build real fluency. No textbooks, no boring drills, just natural English every single day. I'm Maya.
And I'm Jake. And before we dive in, if you're new here, welcome. This channel is built for serious English learners who want to reach B2, C1, and C2 levels by actually using the language, not just studying it. Hit subscribe so you never miss an episode. We drop new content every week, and every single episode is designed to make you better.
All right, today's topic, how to talk about your daily routine. And Jake, why don't you set up why this topic matters so much?
Gladly. Here's the thing. Talking about your daily routine is one of the most common things you'll ever do in English. Job interviews, first meetings, small talk, language exchange partners, IELTS and TOEFL speaking tests, they all ask about it. And yet, most learners handle it the same flat, lifeless way.
We're going to change that today. 10 groups, real sentences, real expressions, real conversation. Let's go.
Group 1, waking up and starting the morning. Here's the problem we see all the time. A learner is asked, "What do you do in the morning?" And they say something like, "I wake up, I brush my teeth, I eat breakfast, I go to work."
And technically, that's correct English, but it sounds like a robot reading a checklist. There's no personality, no flow, no life to it. And in a real conversation or a speaking test, that will cost you.
So let's fix it. Start with this. I usually wake up around 7. I'm not exactly a morning person, so the first 20 minutes are a bit of a struggle.
See the difference? Same information, but now there's personality. Not exactly a morning person tells us something about you. A bit of a struggle is honest and relatable.
Try this one too. I tend to wake up early, somewhere between 6 and 7, depending on the day.
I tend to is softer and more natural than I always. It signals a habit without sounding rigid.
And for those chaotic mornings, the first thing I do when I wake up is make a coffee. I honestly can't function without it.
The first thing I do is brilliant structure. Adapt it anywhere. The first thing I do when I get home is, or the first thing I do at work is.
And the universal truth. I'll be honest, I hit the snooze button at least once before I actually get up.
Relatable content. Hit the snooze button. Everyone knows this feeling. Use it and watch people immediately connect with you. Maya, Group 2, morning routines and getting ready. The problem here is that learners either skip this part entirely or describe it in the most generic way possible. I shower, I get dressed, I leave. Again, robot energy.
Let's add some texture. Try this. I like to shower first thing. It really wakes me up and sets the tone for the day.
Adding why you do something instantly makes the sentence richer. It sets the tone, meaning it influences how the rest of the day feels. Beautiful expression.
I usually take about 20 minutes to get ready. I'm not someone who spends hours in front of the mirror.
I'm not someone who, this is a wonderful way to describe yourself by contrast. It's natural, it's self-aware, it sounds fluent.
The breakfast question always comes up. I try to have a proper breakfast, but honestly, some days I just grab something on the go.
On the go while moving without sitting down. I grabbed a coffee on the go. Very common, very casual. And notice I try to. It shows intention without claiming perfection. That's real language.
And for the chaotic morning person, some mornings everything runs smoothly, and other mornings I'm practically running out the door.
Practically here means almost, nearly, and running out the door, such a vivid image. The listener immediately pictures it.
Maya, Group 4, commuting and getting to work or school. The problem, learners say, I take the bus, it is 40 minutes, full stop, nothing else.
Which is grammatically fine, but conversationally, dead. The commute is actually a great opportunity to share personality, opinion, and vocabulary. Let's upgrade it.
I commute by train. It takes about 40 minutes door to door, which I actually don't mind because I use the time to listen to podcasts.
Door to door, from leaving home to arriving at the destination, and adding what you do during the commute transforms a boring fact into a glimpse of your personality.
For drivers, I drive to work, but the traffic in the mornings can be pretty brutal, so I try to leave early to beat the rush.
Beat the rush, to leave before traffic or crowds get bad. Pretty brutal, casual, but vivid. These small word choices are what make English sound alive.
For the work from home crowd, I work from home, so my commute is about 10 steps from my bedroom to my desk, which sounds great until you realize you never actually leave.
The humor makes it memorable, and that observation, until you realize you never actually leave, is exactly the kind of nuanced thought that impresses in conversation and in speaking exams.
I use my commute to catch up on news or audiobooks. I like to feel like I'm doing something useful with the time.
Catch up on, to get updated on things you've missed. Incredibly versatile. Catch up on emails, catch up on a series, catch up on sleep. Maya, Group 5. At work or school, your working day. Here's where learners really struggle. They say, I work from 9 to 5, I do my tasks, I have lunch. It sounds like a job description, not a conversation.
The fix is to add rhythm, opinion, and texture, like this. I usually start at 9 and try to tackle the most important tasks first, while I still have energy and focus.
Tackle, to deal with something challenging head on. Tackle a problem, tackle a project. Much more dynamic than just do.
I find I'm most productive in the morning, so I save emails and admin tasks for the afternoon when my energy dips a bit.
Energy dips, energy decreases or falls slightly. The structure I find I'm most is a natural way to describe personal patterns and preferences.
On taking breaks, I try to step away from my desk mid-morning. Just 10 minutes really helps me reset and refocus.
Step away from, to physically or mentally distance yourself temporarily, and reset, to return to a fresh, clear state. Both very modern, very natural.
The lunch discussion always comes up. I try to take a proper lunch break rather than eating at my desk. I genuinely think it makes a difference to the rest of the afternoon.
This sentence has a habit, a contrast, and an opinion. That's exactly what advanced spoken English looks like. It's not just what you do, it's how you feel about it.
And for wrapping up the workday, I tend to wrap things up around 5 or 6, depending on what's going on. Sometimes it runs over, but I try not to let work bleed into my evenings.
Runs over goes beyond the expected time. Bleed into, when one thing spills unwantedly into another. Work bleeding into evenings, so vivid, so real.
Group 5. Afternoons and evenings. The problem here is that learners describe evenings even more flatly than mornings. I go home, I eat dinner, I watch TV, I sleep. The evening is actually where personality really comes through, and most learners waste it.
Let's bring it to life. Start with the transition from work. Once I finish work, I usually need a bit of time to decompress. I find it hard to just switch straight into relax mode.
Decompress, to mentally release the stress and pressure of the day. And switch straight into relax mode. Lovely, casual phrase. Very modern, very natural.
For exercise. I try to get some exercise in a few times a week. Even just a 30-minute walk really helps clear my head.
Get something in, to fit something into your schedule. Clear my head, to stop overthinking and feel mentally fresh. Both essential phrases.
Cooking and dinner. I usually cook at home during the week. I find it quite therapeutic, actually. There's something satisfying about making a meal from scratch.
From scratch. Making something without using pre-made ingredients from the very beginning. Therapeutic. Having a calming, healing effect. Both beautiful vocabulary choices.
For the non-cooks. I'm not much of a cook, so I keep it simple. Pasta, stir-fry, anything that doesn't require too much effort after a long day.
Honest, relatable, and real. I'm not much of a is a very natural self-description. After a long day, everybody understands that feeling immediately.
Evening wind down. After dinner, I usually watch something or read for a bit, just something to switch off and stop thinking about work.
Switch off, to mentally disconnect. Stop thinking about work. Don't be afraid of simple, honest phrases. They resonate more than complicated ones.
Group 6. Nighttime routine and going to bed. Short section, but important. Learners either skip it or say, I sleep at 11 and nothing else. Let's do better.
I try to be in bed by 10:30, but it doesn't always work out that way, especially if I get caught up in something.
Get caught up in something. To become deeply absorbed or occupied by something. I got caught up in a conversation. I got caught up in a show. Very common expression.
The universal confession. I have a terrible habit of scrolling on my phone before bed, even though I know it doesn't help me sleep.
Scrolling. Browsing social media or content endlessly on your phone. And even though I know, this shows self-awareness and makes you sound very natural and honest.
The aspirational version. I've been trying to read before bed instead of looking at screens. On the nights I actually do it, I sleep so much better.
I've been trying to. Present perfect continuous, showing an ongoing effort. This is exactly the kind of grammar that impresses in speaking tests, used naturally, not forced.
Final phrase of the day. By the time I actually fall asleep, it's usually past midnight. I'm a night owl through and through.
Through and through. Completely, entirely, without exception. She's a professional through and through. He's a gentleman through and through. Lovely intensifier.
Group 7. Weekends and breaks in routine. Learners forget that weekends don't stop at Friday, and weekends show a completely different side of your personality.
My weekends look pretty different from my weekdays. I like to sleep in and just let the day unfold naturally.
Sleep in, to wake up later than usual. Let the day unfold naturally, to not plan and allow things to happen organically. That phrase sounds wonderfully relaxed and thoughtful.
I try to keep weekends for things I genuinely enjoy, seeing people, getting outside, doing something that doesn't feel like an obligation.
Doesn't feel like an obligation. Activities you do out of pleasure, not duty. Mature vocabulary, natural delivery.
For chaotic weeks. Some weeks the routine goes completely out the window, and at that point, I just try to survive and reset over the weekend.
Just try to survive. We've all been there. And goes out the window, disappears, or fails completely. Very vivid British English expression.
After a really hectic week, I make a point of doing something completely different on the weekend. I need that contrast to recharge.
Make a point of, to deliberately ensure you do something. I make a point of calling my parents on Sundays. Very intentional, mature phrase.
Group 8. Describing changes to your routine. This is a big gap for learners. Life changes, routines evolve, and being able to talk about how your routine has changed is a mark of real fluency.
I've recently started waking up earlier. I'm trying to make better use of the mornings before the day gets away from me.
Before the day gets away from me, before the day becomes too busy or passes too quickly to control. Gorgeous expression, very natural.
I used to go to the gym every day, but these days I've scaled it back to 3 times a week. I was burning myself out.
Used to for past habits. Scale back to reduce. Burning myself out. Exhausting yourself completely by overdoing something. All essential vocabulary.
Since working from home became permanent, my whole routine has shifted quite a bit. The structure I used to have just isn't there anymore.
Shifted, changed gradually. The structure isn't there anymore. Honest and relatable for anyone whose work situation has changed.
And the reflective, self-aware one. I'm still figuring out what works best for me, honestly. A good routine takes time to build, and even longer to stick to.
Stick to maintain or keep consistently. Stick to a routine, stick to a diet, stick to a plan. And that honesty, I'm still figuring it out, is so real and so engaging in conversation.
Group 9. Asking others about their routine. Here's a mistake even advanced learners make. They talk and talk and talk about themselves without asking anything back. Conversation is a two-way street. Here's how to ask naturally.
So, what does a typical day look like for you?
Open, warm, simple. perfect conversation starter.
Are you more of a morning person or a night owl?
This reveals personality immediately, and people love answering it.
Do you have a set routine or does it change depending on the day?
Shows that you understand not everyone's life is structured. It's an inclusive, thoughtful question.
How do you usually unwind after a long day?
Unwind, to relax and release tension, similar to decompress, but slightly more casual.
And the one that turns small talk into real conversation. Is there anything you've been trying to change about your routine lately?
This is gold. Suddenly, you've gone from surface-level chat to goals, habits, self-improvement. That's the difference between a conversation and a real connection.
These are the linking phrases, the connectors, the little words that make everything flow together. This is what separates good English from great English.
Generally speaking, my mornings are quite structured, but my evenings are more flexible.
Generally speaking, as a broad rule, on the whole, instantly elevates your register.
It really depends on the day. Some days are packed, others are surprisingly quiet.
It really depends, shows nuance, avoids overgeneralization, very natural.
Looking back, I think having even a loose routine has made a huge difference to how I feel day to day.
Looking back, reflecting on past experience, adds depth and thoughtfulness to any answer.
On a good day, everything falls into place. On a bad day, it all falls apart. But that's life, isn't it?
Falls into place and falls apart, beautiful contrast. One means everything works perfectly, the other means everything goes wrong. And ending with, that's life, isn't it? A rhetorical tag question that invites agreement. Very conversational.
And our final phrase, the closer. At the end of the day, literally and figuratively, what matters most is that I feel like the day was worth something.
That one lands every time.
Every time.
And that is a wrap on today's episode. How to talk about your daily routine with real vocabulary, solved problems, natural expressions, and conversation phrases that will genuinely upgrade your English level.
Here's what I want you to do right now. Describe your own daily routine out loud. Just 2 or 3 minutes. Use the phrases from today. Don't write it down, don't rehearse it, just talk. You'll be amazed how much you've already absorbed.
And if you want to go further, leave your daily routine in the comments below. Write it out in English. We read every single comment, and it's the best practice you can do.
If this episode helped you, please hit the like button. It genuinely helps more learners find this channel. And if you haven't subscribed yet, now is the time. Every episode is built to make you more fluent, more confident, and more natural in English.
Next episode, we're tackling how to describe your job and career in English without sounding stiff or formal. You won't want to miss it.
Until then, keep listening, keep speaking, keep growing. I'm Jake.
I'm Maya.
And this is English Boost Zone. See you next time.